And I think one message that they need to know is all these people listening is they have no idea how much we all want to quit. I mean, I think that's the thing about it, man. Even today at 43 years old, man, every day I wake up, man, I want to quit. I want to retire every day of my life. So that's the thing about it, man. Like you don't get to this some higher place in your mindset where it's just set in stone and you're good to go. No, people wonder why every day, why God are you still battling every day? Because every day I want to still fucking quit.
It actually gets harder as we get older. Because
it does.
I've put out for long enough. I mean, it's probably okay. Because you tell yourself, like, it's probably okay if I step down and I, take it easy and retire. Yeah, right. It does. I mean, people are like, why do you tell yourself not to quit? Because the other voice saying, hey, bro, it's time to take it easy is really prevalent.
It starts to shift. You're right. Yeah. That starts to shift versus, hey, get after it versus, hey, let's stop getting after it, brother.
Yeah, and that's the problem with counting our years and our age. It's like this age, I'm supposed to be doing this. But if you wipe that out like you have, and the whole thing is the time we have down here is short, right? You got to think about it. And if the first family has a bunch of kids, man, and now all the kids are saying, yeah, I love you, Father, and man, this is great, and that's all you say, then who gets rewarded in the family? The one who goes out and does the most, right? Who puts the work in and who walks the walk and actually gives back and takes care of everybody and thinks very little of themselves, right? It's all about everything else. The part you think about is keep going, right? Just keep taking all this, man, and then come back, hit the sack, refresh, start back up. Only easy day was yesterday. You got to hand it to our program, man. The sayings and quotes they got all through there were pretty brilliant, right? Just constantly, because it's so ingrained in our head that even well after we're out of it, man, it's applicable to everything that we do.
Life.
I think, particularly with this book that you've just come out here, and obviously we've talked about this and your influence as a public figure and the message you have out there, you seem to have, you obviously have a full realization of the power of that. So what I want to ask you is, do you think that everyone needs to, or that they have to, go to such extreme extents of suffering, going back to the sewer, as you say, where you discovered Goggins, breaking yourself down to nothing? Do you think everyone has to do that in order to realize a life at full potential?
You know what? You don't have to do it to the level that I've done it at by any means. You don't need to go out there and break yourself off running 200-mile races and doing pull-up records and going through buds and ranger school and all that shit. But you do have to examine yourself, and you have to examine yourself on a very physical and mental level. It is very important to push yourself to a point where you want to quit very badly and examine yourself there for long. And instead of quitting in that moment, examine yourself. And that moment is not one or two moments throughout life. It has to be, it's not every day. Doesn't need to be every day, but it needs to be periodically. You need to tap into what you're capable of, and you have to also. Everyone must go back to the beginning.
Yes,
they're like everyone has to do that because everyone has a story, and if you think for 1 second you got away clean, you're fucking lying to yourself. No one gets away clean. There's just people who hide it better than others. That's all it is. Some people are able to hide amongst people better than others. So one thing, you must challenge yourself physically, mentally as much as possible. Not to my level, but everyone must go back through and do a live autopsy on themselves to see what is going on with inside themselves and how they came up.